This one is the narrator of the movie. He is useless and totally irrelevant. I mean, the guy doesn't even have a name in the film, and he's just the storyteller, so let's call him Mr. Irrelevant. His life is straight up miserable and routine, just working, coming home, and buying useless stuff with his paycheck. He works at this company making cars, with a job title like Product Retrieval Coordinator. If his company makes a car, it gets into an accident. He goes to the scene and figures out if the car should be pulled off the market. It's a chill job, full of travels and perks, but he's gloomy and couldn't care less about all that. Now, here's the scoop. For the past 6 months, homeboy can't sleep, so he pops some pills and sees a doctor. Doc tells him, hey, forget about those chemicals you want to throw in your system. You need natural sleep without any meds. Doc also suggests hitting the church 3 times a week, checking out cancer patient support meetings, thanking his lucky stars, and hugging everyone there. The dude takes it seriously, starts attending these cancer meetups even though he's not sick, and he meets up with the kind Robert Paulson. Just keep an eye on this dude, cause we will get back to him later on. Our guy finds peace in his arms and suddenly finds solace in the gatherings. He gets emotional, cries a bit, and voila, his sleep issues are magically resolved. Now, enter Marla Singer, a girl not plagued by any disease but attending these disease support meetings for the same reason our dude is. Because Marla's a liar, our guy didn't like being in the same room with another scammer, so he couldn't cry or sleep anymore. So he hooks up with Marla and drops the bomb. I have exposed you and I'm gonna spill the beans. Marla goes, go ahead, expose me and I'll spill your beans too. We scratch each other's back, tit for tat. Until they agree to divide disease support meetings among themselves, she gets 3, he gets 3. It's like you host one, I host one. The movie takes a twist when the non-conformist guy meets this hip dude with spiky hair, leather jackets, and a carefree attitude named Tyler Durden on a fight. Tyler is living for fun. They hit it off and our guy learns that Tyler works in the soap industry. He hands him his business card in case he needs soap or whatever. Because life is unpredictable, the non-conformist guy returns home to find his place burned down. He's left with nothing but Tyler Durden, the cool dude, to save the day. They meet in a bar and as they're leaving, Tyler says, hit me. The guy's like, hit you? Are you crazy or what? Tyler insists, just hit me and that's all. So they start throwing punches at each other and decide to make it a daily thing to let off some steam because it's entertaining and they want to burn some energy. So they crash at Tyler Durden's shabby place, which is basically a dump with nothing working. They come back the next day for another round of punches, but this time, people watching find the idea intriguing and join the brawl. As more people join in, they decide to form a secret club called Fight Club beneath the bar, where they can beat the crap out of each other in peace. The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club, and the second rule is also don't talk about Fight Club. It's basically the same rule, just emphasized to avoid betrayal or snitching. Now, Marla, feeling lonely, calls a non-conformist guy and asks why he's not attending disease support meetings. She's like, come and save me, I'm desperate. But the guy who doesn't conform is too caught up in his own mess. Tyler Durden steps in listening to the call and decides to intervene. He starts a relationship with Marla. Meanwhile, a police officer calls a non-conformist guy and informs him that his apartment was intentionally burned down. It's not fate, it's a deliberate act. Our guy hangs up the call right away and goes through pain-enduring lessons taught to him by Tyler. And as the wise say, pain makes you learn, learning makes you change. Our guy transforms and changes. He starts missing his boss at work and so on. Later on, he encounters Robert Paulson, the compassionate guy I told you guys to remember, and he reveals he's also part of Fight Club. The numbers in Fight Club are growing rapidly. After that, they head to the Fight Club headquarters where Tyler Durden delivers an inspiring and motivational speech to the club members. He talks about how they're slaves to their jobs, buying stuff they don't need just to impress people they don't like. He emphasizes how people waste their lives waiting in gas station lines just to fill up their cars and exhaust their energy in the wrong places. So he rallies the guys saying, alright fellas, let's do the right thing. Let's break free from this nonsense and let's unleash some energy in the right place by hitting each other and doing some real work. The atmosphere is charged up as Tyler motivates them to reclaim control over their lives and not be bound by societal expectations. The Fight Club becomes a symbol of rebellion against the mundane routine, consumerism, and societal norms. It's all about breaking free and doing something real, even if it means punching each other to feel alive and break the monotony. The members are pumped up and ready to take on the world in their own way, and the club becomes a movement of self-discovery and empowerment. So, to spice up the activities at Fight Club, Tyler Durden decides to assign household chores to the members. These tasks are aimed at pushing people's buttons, making them confront others, and stirring up conflicts. It starts with simple things like splashing water on someone, chasing them around, or going to your boss, picking a fight, hitting yourself, and blaming it on them. After the initial household assignments, the tasks evolved into more destructive activities. Members were now tasked with sabotaging businesses, vandalizing cars, and causing trouble for anyone deemed unworthy, whether friend or foe. Fight Club, under the authority and management of Tyler Durden, took on a new form. Tyler started recruiting people, conducting interviews, and putting them through endurance tests to see who could handle the chaos. Enter Robert Paulson, whom I told you to remember. He also joins the club, impressing everyone with his resilience. The training, however, was not for some regular job, but for Tyler's grand project, Project Mayhem. Project Mayhem aimed to disrupt major institutions in the country, shake up stability, and challenge anything that didn't align with their anarchic beliefs. It's a larger-than-life venture into chaos and rebellion against societal norms and divine order. In Project Mayhem, the first rule is simple: don't ask questions. One day, our guy wakes up and can't find Tyler Durden. Nobody in the house knows where he is. On the same day, Robert Paulson dies in an operation related to Project Mayhem. Our guy decides to travel to all cities mentioned in the used airline tickets found in Tyler's stash. He discovers that Tyler has spread fight clubs and Project Mayhem in all those cities. Moreover, people in those cities are now calling out to our guy Tyler Durden, our guy Spectacles, that Tyler was urging them to call him by his name to identify him as the one responsible for the Fight Club. So our guy panics out and rushes back to the hotel room to call Marla. She shocks him by identifying him as Tyler. He drops the phone headset, and we witness one of the best plot twists in the 1990s movies. It turns out that Tyler Durden and our insomnia guy are the same person. Our guy created this alter ego in his mind to change his life. He was the one beating himself, interacting with himself, and even the rundown house was his creation. Project Mayhem and all the chaos were also his ideas. In an attempt to fix the situation, our guy tries to stop Project Mayhem. He warns Marla of the impending danger, and she eventually believes him and leaves the city. Then he turns himself into the police, admitting to being mentally ill and destructive. However, the police are also part of Project Mayhem, and he escapes to defuse the bombs Tyler planted beneath the major buildings. The showdown occurs when the nonconformist guy confronts Tyler, realizing that they are the same person. Tyler tries to prevent him from stopping the bombs but fails. The nonconformist guy triumphs, defeating the persona of Tyler Durden that he created. The members of Project Mayhem kidnap Marla but inadvertently cause her death when the remaining bombs explode. In the end, the nonconformist guy declares victory over the twisted persona of Tyler Durden, recognizing the destructive consequences of his actions. The movie concludes with him saying he met Marla during a dark period in his life. And that's a wrap. If you enjoyed the summary, please like and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for notifications, and leave comments suggesting the next movie you would like us to cover. Thanks for watching!